Hello YouTube and Happy New Year's. A few weeks ago, exactly like 6 weeks ago, I made a video about NaturalHypertrophy's bodybuilding program, which he designed for Thrall. And to put a long story short, as we know, Thrall has said he does not need to focus so much on bigger legs because he already has them. And so the program Natural Hypertrophy wrote for him did not have as much leg focus, but still the leg days are pretty hefty. But anyway, I went and I modified that program, added some more leg volume, and by doing that I used the program for 6 weeks now. Having progressed along those 6 weeks, I have noticed that yes, perhaps there were some problems with so much added volume and some other nuisances about the program. So that is why I'm making this follow-up video to explain the next iteration of my modifications and why I did them. In summary, most of the changes are just little tweaks here and there, and overall decreased volume for legs, or in other words, some smarter choices, as you will see. But again, as in the previous video, in this video I will just walk you through the program and talk about what I decided to do. And again, maybe in the next 6 weeks we will make another follow-up video. But again, let's start. We have 3 days upper and 2 days lower. And we start with upper one here. And the form of this layout is that for each day we have like 2 variations, and I'm mostly focusing on the left one, and in general the left one is what I do when I feel good, and the right one is what I do if I feel a little bit less energized, or for example, you will see that there are some isolation exercises on the right side which I can only do at the gym, but not my home gym. So basically the upper days and the arm days are almost exactly the same. The only thing that I changed from the last video is that here for the dumbbell and the barbell rows I put a different rep range deciding on the variation. Basically for the dumbbell we have 8 to 12, and for the barbell we have 6 to 10, which corresponds to the barbell press exercise. So this is something I learned from Brian, that you should row at least as much as you bench. And then of course, if I'm at home and I do bench press, I don't want to switch the weights for my rows, and I just try to mimic the number of reps. So this is why it's 6 to 10 in rows if I do the barbell rows. But if I'm at the gym and I have dumbbells or maybe a machine, then I will do 8 to 12, and of course I can easily switch the weights. Basically this is the only change from the last video, except I also put here on the neutral grip pull-ups, and as you will see on every pull-up in the program, which there are 3, I also put /5, which means if you are tired of doing 6 to 12 reps, you can also change it up for some time and do 5 reps, which will also of course allow you to do much heavier weights. Okay, now moving on to the leg day, the first leg day. We remain the same with 4 sets on the high bar squats. This originally was 3 sets on the Alan's program, and this is the first bump in volume, so we did 4 sets here, and I keep it at 4 sets because I find myself I'm able to take this much on squats. But if you think you can't, then 3 sets is also good. And here I have the superset giant set actually, as the same as before. We're just doing some wrist curls and abs. You know, here it says Russian twist or decline sit-ups, but you can change it up. Wrist curls are here for the forearm isolation work. Then here is the compromise. Since we put 4 sets on the squats, I had to decrease the Romanian deadlifts. This will also allow us to conserve more energy for the last giant set. So in the original program and in my first version of the program, we had 4 sets of Romanian deadlifts, but now we have 3. I find that this really helps to save your sanity when you are during the workout. Because yeah, like when you do 2 sets and you have 2 more to go, mentally it's very different than doing 2 sets and having just 1 more to go. But this is just the mental aspect of it. But of course, physically you just preserve energy, so you can hit your last giant sets harder. And you will notice that I keep the last the shoulder exercise on this superset I keep at 4 sets, because original program for Alan had 4 sets, so I don't want to decrease upper body volume at all. So what this means is you will do your 3 supersets, deadlift to shoulders, and then for the last set you will just do the last set of shoulders, which will actually be nice because you will have some more rest before moving into the last giant set here. And here we did something which will be a pattern as well in the second lower day. We decreased the sets on the compound exercises. So on the walking lunges and Bulgarians and good mornings, we will only do 3 sets. But if we are deciding this day to do machines, so leg extensions and ham curls, these are easier, so we can do 4 sets. On the sandbags and the shrugs, I keep 3 sets. So yeah, there's also nothing wrong if you just do 3 sets here. But I personally, if I'm at the gym and I'm deciding to doing leg extensions and hamstring curls, I will take full advantage, go ham, and just destroy my legs by doing 4 sets here. Okay, moving on to the arm day, nothing different except, like I said, /5 for the pull-ups. I haven't found still any good alternative to do for the push press if I'm at the home gym, so this is the same, just push pressing. And again, for the last giant set, this is also the same as before. We are doing 3 sets of arms, but for the calves we are keeping it at 4 sets. Then the upper body today is again completely the same, and this day is just 4 sets of everything. Just kill yourself. Here again, for the rows, I put croc / barbell rows. Again, this is for me if I'm at the home gym. Then I will do barbell rows the same weight and the same reps as bench. But if I'm at the commercial gym, when I'm having croc rows, then I can do 8 to 12 with the dumbbells. And for the chin-ups we put /5, and here is the same. And now finally for the second leg day, deadlift is at 3 sets, which we superset with hanging leg or knee raises, because I put here knee raises because on the knee raises you can much easier progress, and you can just put weight on the top of your legs, and when you do the knee raises the weight will travel with them, and this is so easy to progress. You just put the chain. For a leg raise, I don't know how you can progress them, maybe just doing them slower or for more reps, but that is difficult. Then okay, so look, here is something that mirrors itself. We have 3 sets of deadlift and then 4 sets of quads, and on the lower day we had a reverse. We had 4 sets on the quads, 3 sets on the posterior chain. So deadlift, Romanian deadlift in this case. So we have 4, 3, 3, 4. So it's more sensible, you know, the lowering of the volume. It was too hard to do otherwise. We still have 10 to 15 on the front hack squat, or 8 to 12 on the front, back extensions for the superset, and finishing with shrugs. And then for the giant set, the same idea as before. The lunges are the only compound exercise here for the lower day, so we decrease them to 3. And if you decide to do leg extensions at the gym, then you can have them at 4. Then it's the upper part of the giant set. We did not decrease the volume, keeping it at 4. And again, calves, keeping them at 4. And yeah, that's it for the modification. And this is basically all I wanted to talk about. The program has been fine. Otherwise, the upper days are fine. The lower days were a bit tough. So I hope that this decrease will help to keep my sanity in the long run, but also that I am not just saying I don't want to work too hard, so I decrease the volume. I hope that these decreases are sensible, and that we will be able to continue the leg growth with doing this much. Overall, I think this is still enough volume for growth. It should be fine. Yes, I've been also doing some cardio, but this is the New Year's time, so it's hard to find time doing cardio, but cardio is definitely planned. On the rest days, of course, I will also be doing some kind of active recovery, maybe playing around with some sandbag stuff like carries, or just going for weighted walks, normal walks, or runs. And that's it. I hope that New Year treats you well, and see you in the next video, or if not, see you in the update video, maybe in the next 6 weeks. That's it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.